Mom, Dad, don't fight. Guys, Mom and Dad are fighting. Cenk and Anna are fighting, and oh my God. Listen, I could do an intro or I could just pull up the video, so I'm going to shut up. Shut up. Because Cenk and Anna had a triggering fight, and Cenk was very triggered about the word of Trump and fascism. And for the listen, I think Anna might, I don't know, man. She might be having up to here with Cenky's BS because Mom and Dad are fighting. I don't want them to get a divorce. It's like what would happen to Morning Blow and Mika. My heart can't take it.
So when Debbie Dingell says he's going to start internment camps, he never said that. That is not helpful. On that, you're 100% right. Because once she says something that he didn't say, then not only the right wing, but independents will discount every other thing you've said. Not just every other thing you've said, but every other thing that anyone on the left has said. He never said internment camps. Don't say that.
And the notion of a fascist. Because look, if we're just gonna use fascist toward anyone we dislike, all right, then the word doesn't actually mean anything.
Well, wait, TYT, you've been doing that since 2016. What are you talking about? Or maybe Anna has finally had enough of that liberal Kool-Aid, the vote blue no matter who lunch brunch. Because I remember, I don't know, do you guys remember when Anna and Cenk and TYT throughout 2016 and afterwards were calling anybody they didn't like as right-wing, fascist, Trump supporters, all that stuff? I mean, maybe now they're just realizing, yeah, I don't think we should be calling people we don't like names that really don't, really don't add up. Because when you start calling everybody you don't like Hitler, I mean, or is that calling people worse than Hitler? Because what no one talks about is when you say somebody's worse than Hitler, you're basically giving a pass the first name Adolf. Okay, that's what you're doing. You're saying, oh well, if this person's worse than good old Adolf, well then what does this mean? And see, it's all stupid stuff, by the way. And we could thank liberal outlets, including its vote blue no matter who heavyweight champions like TYT. But Anna, go ahead, say that again.
He never said internment camps. Don't say that.
And the notion of a fascist. Because look, if we're just gonna use fascist toward anyone we dislike, all right, then the word doesn't actually mean anything.
Okay, what do you want me to say, Anna? You want me to say wannabe dictator?
Sure, you can say wannabe dictator, but I don't even think he wants to be a dictator.
Of course he does. That's what you do when you lose an election and you go, oh, I got fake electors and I'd like to terminate the Constitution.
Listen, there's a lot of things to be said about Trump. I think, and I broke this down in 2020, okay? Daniel and I said this at the exact same time, okay? The only reason why Trump would be running again in 2024 is to, one, ego, name the MAGA movement, and also, I guess he believes in his policies or whatever, but of course he was going to run again in 2024, but he doesn't want to be no dictator. I mean, you're accusing somebody of a crime they have not committed. So until Trump does something that's stupid, you just can't be blurring out, oh, he's going to do this, he's going to do that, he's going to go over here, he's going to go over there. Cenk, I think you suffer from Trump derangement syndrome, and maybe Anna could have gotten over the syndrome. Who knows?
And bring out the tanks and use martial law against American citizens and shoot protesters. I mean, if that's not fascist, then I guess the word just shouldn't exist.
But was he able to do those things?
First of all, his entire cabinet had to threaten, not cabinet, administration, his White House team had to say, we're all going to mass resign if you roll out tanks against American citizens.
Okay, so if you think he's a fascist, wouldn't that justify taking physical action against him?
No, because that doesn't.
Why are you guys even talking about physical action? No, I don't want anything bad to happen, okay? But oh wait, it did happen because in Pennsylvania, some crazy, insane moron took a pop shot at Trump, and unfortunately, a firefighter lost his life and 2 people were injured. So it did happen. Not once, but oh crap, twice! Twice! But hold on, Cenk. How much dumber do you have to be?
help. That devolves us further into fascism.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's a difference between somebody shooting someone, that's fascism, and saying, I disagree with them, don't elect the fascist prick who says only white people are awesome and everybody else is garbage and should be banned. No, I'm not gonna take a chance with a monster like that.
I know.
We survived 4 years under Trump, okay? Oh, heaven forbid. Do you remember the jackboot of Trumpism? It was no different than any other president, okay? It's you know what it is? You know what it is? Again, this is the great mask off. Secretly, a lot of liberals like Cenk want to be like Trump. But they don't like seeing their ugliness being presented out there. They wish they could. They wish they could. They wish. Folks, do you think Anna's going to leave TYT? A type 1 for no, Kit. They're TYT. They're too strong. Type 2, Anna might go. Bye, bye, bye.
You're focusing on whether
I wonder how many 2s will be in the chat.
Whether or not you're going to vote for him. I don't give a damn about that. And that's not what I'm asking you about, Cenk. I don't think that this rhetoric, especially from elected members of Congress, is helpful at a time.
I don't agree.
Okay, all right.
Okay, well, Anna, why do I not agree? Because so Trump's helpful is rhetoric?
No, his rhetoric is awful.
Okay, if you don't want to be called fascist, stop saying fascist things. It's not that hard.
Okay.
Not that hard. Oh, here, let me have dinner with Nick Fuentes, who's a Nazi, Kanye, who's a Nazi. And let me say that.
Look, controversial statement at 3, 2, 1. I don't think the party of the Third Reich is very inclusive. Okay, so unfortunately, I don't think black and brown people can join that party. Okay, just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there, because when you start using the word fascism, or that Third Reich party, because I got to be careful now on YouTube. I guess I don't know. then that word loses all meaning. It does. It does. It does. Like, why would you say Kanye would be part of little old Adolf's party? I don't think they'd be welcoming of him, okay? Maybe that's just a controversial statement, but I think it's a matter of fact, okay? Cenk, it just doesn't happen.
So, okay, if you don't want to be called fascist, stop saying fascist things. It's not that hard.
Okay.
Not that hard. Oh, here, let me have dinner with Nick Fuentes, who's a Nazi, Kanye, who's a Nazi. And let me say there's good people on the Nazi side. Oh, it could be pro-Confederate guys. Might be guys who are pro-slavery who are good guys. Let me do all of these things. Let me say that immigrants are poisoning the blood of our nation, a Nazi term that is only used in the past by Nazis, and then say I'm gonna ban Muslims, I'm gonna do this and this and this to all the other ethnic groups, and then go, oh, I can't believe you called me a fascist. No, he is a fascist.
Let's rip this Band-Aid off. No, Trump is not. Okay. Here's my criticism of Trump. Trump is a player of the two-party neoliberal system. Yes, he has a lot of support. This is very true. His message is resonating with a lot of voters because they're pissed off at the failure of the Democrats. But Trump used to be a Democrat, gave money to Democrats. Now he's a Republican. And let's be clear. Let's be very clear. Both parties, at one point in time before Trump became a mainstay in American politics, gave money to both parties. Hell, the man admitted it. He admitted so much about what's wrong with our system, and he was a player. He wasn't the architect, but he knew how to survive and to thrive in that environment, my lovelies. Okay? In the 2016 debate, first Republican primary, when money in politics was brought up, time for that Coca-Cola classic line where Trump said, I give these people money and they do what I say. Hell, even in his debates against Hill Dog, Trump said, yeah, I know the system's rigged and corrupt because I've used it. He told us it's rigged. Probably the most honest candidate statement in decades in American politics. And does that make Trump an honest person? Maybe yes, maybe no. But he told the truth. I give these people money. They do what I say. That's how it works. The system's corrupt. I don't pay my taxes because, hey, who made sure that corporate billionaires like Trump and others, because there's other people worse than Trump out there, by the way. That's going to keep you up at night, but there are other people worse than Trump out there. You know, who made it possible for these jagoff politicians and these jagoff billionaires to, go through these loopholes? Why? The Clintons, the Bidens, Turtle Boy Mitch McConnell and his fantastic friends, both political parties. Trump being a fascist? No, he's an oligarch. We have a system of oligarchs. We say that we're a constitutional republic. We're not. Anybody can buy our democracy. Anybody can do it. But see, the thing is, TYT wants to push around this narrative that, or at least for a long time, they were pushing this narrative that, oh, Trump is bad, Trump is bad. But see, the thing is, there's another crack that's beginning to show, a big old crack. And no, not a wazoo crack, but a crack in the way that maybe TYT is running its operations. Well, not related to that debate that Cenk and Anna had, that fight. Mom and Dad, please don't fight. Stay together for the kids. Please don't do it. My heart would break. 2024 is the year of the dragon. It's supposed to be a year of good luck. Don't do this. But there's something else out here that happened. Well, this was Anna's response towards Biden making his garbage statement about Trump supporters. You think Anna goes to bat for the Democrats? Oh, no. There seems to be something spicy going on.
Can we just please not provide cover for our leaders when they make mistakes like this? That was a terrible mistake that Biden made. It should not be justified. Again, if you're a private citizen and you have your personal views about the Republican electorate, that's on you and that's your business. You have not taken an oath to represent the country. You're not the president of the United States. And I don't know why anyone would think it's a good idea to celebrate or applaud political culture in this country that allows for the president to just regularly trash tens of millions of people that he himself is supposed to be representing.
Well, you've encouraged other politicians to say that, and I've seen segments on TYT doing the same thing. It's the pot calling the kettle black, don't you think, Anna Banana? I mean, hey, listen, maybe people change. Maybe Anna's seeing the sinking Titanic ship called California and realizing, all this stuff going back for the Democrats has become a no bueno.
That is not a good culture to set. And things will just continue devolving. I don't think that this is a winning thing to do. I'm not proud of what Biden did. And honestly, the thing that frustrates me even more is that after he made those statements, even though he was on video making those statements, a bunch of people are totally gaslighting about how it didn't happen. It's totally made up, it's fake. It's a scary world that we're currently living in, where a lot of people, a lot of voters, a lot of people in the media, just not based in, their views are not based in reality at all. And they would rather lie to people in order to cover up a mistake or a terrible act of an individual in a position of power. I don't even recognize what's happened to the Democratic Party anymore, to be honest.
Oh, but you carried water for them. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Oh man, listen. You know what? I'm gonna save my final thoughts after this because election night's gonna be pure gold. It's gonna be pure gold. If TYT has a meltdown like they did in 2016, some mad lad actually video recorded the highlights and put together a beautiful collage of TYT just crying as soon as Trump defeated Hillary. If Trump beats Kamala, I only could think of what if.
And luckily, you have people like Kamala Harris pushing back, and I'm really proud of her for doing that. And if you're offended by it, be offended by it. I don't really care.
Anna, Kamala's not pushing back. Kamala can't put together a sentence, okay?
I see the direction that the country is going in with this type of divisive, disgusting rhetoric from people who, again, went out of their way to get elected to represent the people. When you make that decision, when you are awarded that position by the people, you need to represent the people, including the individuals who decided to cast their ballots for someone else.
Well, TYT, I mean, it seems a little late for y'all lovely, beautiful people to be doing that, you know. So just a couple of things here. All right. So let's break this down here. All right. Was the fight exaggerated? Because I'm seeing a couple people in the live stream chat on YouTube and Rumble saying, well, this fight seemed to be a little exaggerated. But I've been noticing a little bit of a shift at TYT. Just occasionally I'll take a little peek, see what's going on in their backyard. And it seems to me that Cenk Uygur, the tried and true classic of "we gotta vote Democrat because Trump is bad," is blowing up in everybody's face, and I think everybody's starting to realize that the music is dying down. That the old rhetorics of "vote blue, no matter who," and "Trump is bad" is dying. Okay, now look. I don't know how election night's going to play out. A lot of things can happen. There's a lot of factors to be played in regards towards voter turnout, voter enthusiasm, and yeah, the most important thing of them all, election integrity. Now, I don't know what that looks like because I live in Chicago and election integrity is very foreign in my city. It's non-existent. It doesn't exist, okay? Sasquatch has more factual basis in reality than election integrity in Chicago. But besides the point, I mean, it's going to be a big issue to talk about. But if you're going to be building a network for a long time where you guys yourselves were contributing to the division, calling people this, then, the other, even some of your closest, nearest, and dearest of friends, I mean, somewhere out there in the ether, in the great void, I could hear Jimmy Dore laughing in the background, because that fight was funny. Mom and Dad, please don't fight. But Cenk, Anna, you guys were carrying water for the Democrats when there was a time to really hold their feet to the fire, especially in 2021, was forced to vote, March for Medicare for All, and the 3-day General Strike Summit meeting. You guys were needed, and you did nothing. Jack squat nothing. Absolutely nothing. So now there seems to be, oh, well, you just can't call a person fat. Well, I mean, see, the thing is, I think we all know what real racism and bigotry and fascism looks like. Donald Trump is a corporatist, an oligarch, and a right-wing populist, okay? And I have my criticisms for him, especially most notably what happened to Julian Assange, which, by the way, TYT, you guys are quiet about that. Don't think we forgot that, TYT. But in regards towards calling half the voting populace and even more garbage, I mean, I've been seeing a couple of Trump rallies, and it's quite diverse, not just white people. But then again, too, TYT and liberals and Democrats, you guys were smearing and slandering and going after third-party supporters, Green Party supporters, libertarians. Libertarians, don't cancel me. Independents, socialists, and even non-voters, and calling them quasi-Trump supporters. And either that dismissing any real chance to really fight back against the Democrats. I remember, TYT, when there was any a time or attempt to really hold these politicians accountable, you guys went to bat for the Democrats real super fast, carrying water for them. I don't support the Democratic Party. I sure as hell don't support the Republican Party. But what I don't support is people who were in positions of power and influence that were continuing to divide in America. I mean, look, my fellow Americans, the only way we're going to get out of this mess is by working together. And don't put your faith and stock in politicians. That's right, Trumpers. Don't put everything all in Donald Trump. No, the fight is still ongoing. We got to start building movements and organizations not connected to DC or the two-party system, supporting the need to make the states, all of them, citizen ballot initiative states, so the states and states' rights can supersede or either that be that counterbalance to the madness that's happening in Washington, D.C. And you know what, Mastermind? The only thing Democrats hate worse than losing an election is winning an election. And I guess so, because they can't win. They can't win at all. And they're losing their message. So as a final note for this, when I edit this clip, when I post it on our YouTube and Rumble account, I'm going to be uploading an exclusive Jessie Jett song attached to the end of this. And I got to say, I'm surprised that Jessie Jett had a YouTube channel. I didn't know this, but I found some gold. Pure gold. And it's a TYT diss track. And I want you lovely people to sit back and enjoy.
calling every foe synthetic leftist and progressive lover, summoning the simps of all the squad-adjacent opportunist two-faced cop-suckers, paging every democratic yes-man in possession of a smoother brain than those who hide behind Biden's stutter. Welcome to the super edgy independent news you can trust when we say we don't sell our standards out like all the others. Trust us when we tell you that we're looking out for working class America, holding all the powerful accountable. Trust us when we tell you that a host of vital truths are being covered, when honestly the truth is being smothered by a couple disingenuous hacks sent to act in bad faith by Big Brother, who start smearing every journalist who bears the credibility they covet from their gilded fucking neoliberal centerpiece. Air out all their jealousy and spite like it might yield them some validity, or paint a coat of pity over all of their acidity. But they've been busy cozied up to every war pig living between here and the infinity. Albright, Biden, Obama, God, that's gotta take the fucking trophy for unholiest of trinities. So I hope you didn't come to witness anything resembling integrity. That's been long abandoned. Now we see integrity as often as Atlantis. Now they only toe the line and read what they've been handed. Safe to say if Cenk sunk any lower, he'd be deeper than the Marianas. TYT will tell you how opinions aren't the facts unless they're Cenk Serranas. Since they chose to make a living out of licking boots and shilling, you can bet they make a killing. TYT is proud to say they traded all their spines away to empty out the till and tell themselves it's decent work and it's an honest tilling. Well, me, I see they found a way to rape the willing. Me, I read between the lines, and in the script I see the signs that those who fund their message down to every filthy dime would gladly bleed a human sea if it prevents a drop of oil spilling. And yet somehow they portray themselves the heart of the progressive movement. The loudest voices calling for some unity with those who built careers around destroying unions. Which might be true, since unity is something truly useless and symbolic, like a stale communion. Tasteless as the times they tried to fight back smiles smearing Julian. And I hope Cenk and Anna listen up and listen well. You will never be a fraction of the journalist Assange has been, even from his cell. All the filth you spread around, you spread it on yourself. That's my time. Fuck you twice. See you both in hell.